Welcome back. Well, two Idaho Latinas have joined the 232 inspiring stories featured in the award-winning book series, Today's Inspired Latina. And joining us today to talk about the book are contributing authors Mariela Esquivel-Rodriguez and Zenaida de la Cruz. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
So I just want to start off, what's the book about? What can we expect?
Well, the book compels of 21 Latinas. It was inspired from the book Today's Inspired Latina, and in this book specifically, it has 21 different young Latinas. The first book came out in 2019, and it's currently in its 4th volume. So it's definitely just compelled of all of the different young Latina authors and their stories thus far in their journey.
So what can we, Zenaida, what can we expect to see in your portion of the book? What can we see?
I talk a lot about my journey choosing my college. I go to school at Villanova University in Pennsylvania, so it's quite a trip across the country. And I talk about being a first-generation college student and how big of a choice that was for me, and being able to be representation not only for my younger cousins, but also for the community in Caldwell.
Yeah, I mean, what can we see in your portion of the book?
For me, I go to school at Northwest Nazarene University, so here in Nampa, and I moved about 20 minutes away from home. And so in my chapter, I talk a lot about family and just that first generation story as well of, you know, even if it is a short drive to campus, what does that still mean to like move away from home, and what did that first year look like? And also just the first generation barriers that we're facing and having immigrant parents.
Yeah, and these are very powerful stories in each of the, you said 25, right?
21.
21. Yeah, well, tell me, I mean, why is it important to have this type of representation, or it all compiled into a book?
There's a lot of people that work, you know, in Capitol Hill or, you know, like for the president, different places in policy, but you don't see like a lot of Latinas. And for me specifically, when I read the first volume when I was in high school, that was the first time that I felt represented. And it made me feel like I can go to college and be someone who works in the White House, be someone who works on Capitol Hill, and to be able to show my little cousins that I'm on this book and they can also do it is really, really cool for us and for them too.
Yeah, well, you guys are the first Idahoans to make it on this book. I mean, what was the process of getting here?
So we were in a program called True Upward Bound in high school, and we actually did a book club on the first volume of the book. And so when we saw the application that come out over the summer that they were coming out with the 4th volume, we applied and got selected to be a part of the 4th volume. So yeah, there's people a lot from the Midwest, Illinois, Wisconsin, Georgia. So we were the first 2 from Idaho ever to be featured in the book, and we got to fly out to Chicago to meet the other co-authors that are also in the book.
So when the book was released, you guys were in Chicago. That's where these pictures came in as well,
yes.
Right? Okay, so how was that experience? What did that look like?
It was amazing. We met the 2 people on the front book, so Jackie Ruiz and Alexandria Rios-Taylor, and they sponsor the book, and they really just want us to be able to share our stories. And Alexandria hosted it at her house, and it was really intimate. Everybody got to talk about their stories and what kind of people that we are, and we just bonded and created almost like a sisterhood, I would say.
Yeah, that's so beautiful to hear. I mean, if people really want to pick this book up, where can they find it?
There is, if you look it up, it shows up on Amazon. So you can also read more about it on the Today's Inspired Latina website to read more and see the different books and different authors that have been a part of all the different series that they include. But it is on sale on Amazon.
Now, if someone's interested in actually being a part of the next volume, what would you tell them?
I would connect with Jackie Jacqueline Ruiz, she's the one who we found on LinkedIn, where she posted the link to apply. So if you just want to follow her on like social medias and stuff like that, I think that's where you could probably get connected the most.
Well, congratulations on this really inspiring book. Again, you can find this on Amazon, and of course we'll also have that on our website at ktvb.com. We'll be right back after this quick break.